Thousands of homeowners realized in the last 24 hours that their expensive 2025 renovations are already worthless. We are exposing the 10 design upgrades today that just hit the worst of 2026 list. It is January 28, 2026, and the interior design industry is in chaos. For nearly a decade, experts told us that neutral colors, open floor plans, and smart gadgets were the safe bets for our homes. Real estate agents swore by them, and influencers built careers on them. But as we settle into 2026, the data tells a completely different and much more painful story. A major shift in buyer psychology has occurred almost overnight because of economic pressure and what experts call aesthetic fatigue. We are seeing reports from major cities like New York and London, where homes staged with the once popular millennial grey palette sit on the market weeks longer than those with actual color. The post-pandemic desire for privacy has finally toppled the open concept giant and turned expensive wall demolition projects into immediate regrets. Perhaps most shockingly, the tech-heavy smart homes that were supposed to be the future are now sparking privacy backlash and subscription fatigue. This goes beyond changing taste because value is actively evaporating. Homeowners who poured nearly $50,000 into modernizing their spaces last year are finding that they actually devalued their properties in this new 2026 market. We are watching the death of the showroom home and the messy, expensive birth of something new. If you are planning a renovation this spring or just finished one, you need to know which trends have officially turned toxic. The most obvious casualty of 2026 is the sad beige and millennial grey aesthetic. For years, we covered everything in shades of greige because we were convinced it was sophisticated. As of this month, designers are declaring it legally dead. Buyers walking into all-grey homes today do not see clean or modern anymore, but instead see a flipper special or a hospital waiting room. The market has swung aggressively toward warmth, like rich terracottas, deep greens, and what designers call dopamine decor. If you just painted your living room agreeable grey, you might want to sit down. The psychological shift here is huge because people are tired of living in spaces that look like they were designed for an Instagram grid rather than human beings. The resale data is brutal, since homes without color are receiving lower initial offers as buyers immediately calculate the cost of repainting every single wall. We used to knock down every wall in sight to create flow, but 2026 is the year we start putting them back up. The open floor plan is facing a severe backlash, primarily because of noise. With more people working from home permanently, the reality of hearing the dishwasher, the TV, and a Zoom call all at once has broken us. Architects are now pushing broken plan living by using shelves, screens, or actual walls to create sound barriers. Human beings actually like doors and enjoy closing a door on a messy kitchen to avoid staring at dirty dishes while trying to relax on the sofa. If you spent 10 grand removing a load-bearing wall last year, you essentially paid to destroy your home's acoustic privacy. Smart home tech has officially crossed the line from convenient to parasitic, and things are getting expensive. In 2026, we are seeing a rejection of appliances that need Wi-Fi to function. No one wants a refrigerator that requires a subscription to make ice, or a washing machine that breaks because it missed a firmware update. There is a growing movement of dumb homes, where buyers specifically request appliances with physical knobs and zero internet connectivity. Privacy is the other major factor here, because people are ripping out smart cameras and microphones after the data leaks we saw late last year. A house that listens is no longer a selling point, but a liability. The most future-proof upgrade you can make right now might just be a mechanical light switch. Some of you might be looking around your living room with a bit of panic right now. If you have recently installed a smart fridge or knocked down a wall, drop a comment below, because I want to know if you enjoy it or if the regret is already setting in. We are tracking these trends in real time, so your experience helps us figure out where the market is going next. Hit that subscribe button while you are there, because we are covering the 2026 housing market shifts every single week, and you do not want to miss the next update on what is crashing. Next, we need to discuss the furniture scam that is filling up landfills. The conversation around fast furniture has turned hostile this year. We are seeing a massive rejection of cheap, particle board furniture that isn't designed to survive a single move. The environmental statistics released this month are staggering, as millions of tons of trendy tables and chairs are ending up in landfills because they break the moment you try to tighten a screw. In 2026, vintage isn't just a style choice, but an ethical stance. Buyers are looking for solid wood, second-hand pieces, and durability. The era of buying a whole room of matching furniture from a big box store for $500 is over. It looks cheap, smells like chemicals, and is embarrassing to have in a modern home. If you want your home to look expensive, buy less, but buy real materials. Owners of all-white, high-gloss kitchens might be disappointed to hear that the operating room aesthetic is officially out. 2026 is all about texture and sanded steel, as we see a move away from the pristine, sterile, white-on-white look that dominated the 2010s. It shows every smudge, feels cold, and lacks soul. Designers are now mixing metals by using unlacquered brass that patinas over time and embracing imperfect wood grains. The new luxury is a kitchen that looks like you actually cook in it, rather than one where you would perform surgery. The trend of sanded steel countertops with a matte industrial look is exploding right now because they hide scratches and look indestructible. A white shaker cabinet today just suggests a lack of imagination. The square toilet trend is blowing up on social media for all the wrong reasons. A designer decided that square toilets looked geometric and modern, so thousands of people installed them, but now the reviews are in, and they are universally terrible. Human bodies are not square, so the design is an ergonomic disaster. This is the perfect example of design valuing aesthetics over function, and we are seeing people rip these out less than a year after installation. The vessel sink that sits on top of the counter is also getting removed because they are impossible to clean around, and water splashes everywhere. Practicality is making a violent comeback this year. The green wall trend, where people stapled squares of plastic boxwood to their walls, is being torn down everywhere. These plastic greenery installations are dust magnets that are impossible to clean and look incredibly tacky up close. In 2026, if you cannot keep a real plant alive, you simply do not have plants. The fake biophilia trend was a desperate attempt to bring nature indoors during lockdowns, but now it feels like living in a cheap shopping mall. Those plastic luxury vinyl floors that pretend to be wood but sound hollow when you walk on them face the same rejection. Authenticity is the only value that matters right now. So, a real concrete floor is better than a fake wood one, and a bare wall is better than a plastic hedge. The death of these trends means the flip mindset is dead. For a long time, we treated our homes like temporary assets by decorating them for the imaginary next buyer, instead of for ourselves, but that strategy is now failing. The market in 2026 punishes generic, low-quality upgrades and rewards character, durability, and authenticity. Stop chasing the trend of the month if you are worried about resale value. A solid oak floor will always be valuable, and a layout that offers privacy will always be practical. Good insulation and soundproofing will always sell better than a smart fridge that needs a subscription. We are moving toward a slow design movement where homes are built to last decades rather than just until the next viral trend cycle. This is a correction because we overconsumed, over-renovated, and filled our homes with plastic junk and grey paint. The market is shifting back to quality. It might cost more upfront to buy real wood or install a solid door, but you will not have to replace it in 3 years. The era of disposable home design is ending, and it is about time. Your home should be a sanctuary rather than a content studio. The best upgrade you can make this year is not something you buy, but the decision to stop designing for everyone else and start designing for how you actually live. If this reality check saved you from a bad renovation, hit subscribe for more honest design breakdowns. Thanks for watching.